Good trainers, good educators often love to be in the training room. It's where they feel most comfortable, it's what they do best, helping people to learn and to grow and develop new skills. Many trainers don't love the marketing and sales side of things that's often involved in developing your customer base. Often because of a mindset, which is that you need to be a hunter who chases possible clients, cold calling, convincing, this type of thing. In this Educast, we'll take a first look at some approaches to marketing strategy and the sales process to help you focus more on being a farmer, cultivating your customer base over time. We'll be looking at 3 steps in the marketing and sales process. Firstly, defining for yourself what your offering is or should be. Secondly, a look at a model for actively defining and filling your pipeline constantly. And thirdly, a look at the sales process and the steps you can undertake to go from first contact through to your sale. Our approach to defining your portfolio is adapted from a model by the Boston consulting group called the BCG Matrix, defined originally for the life cycle of products and services. We think it's very helpful for you as a trainer to sit down maybe once a year and to ask yourself, what is it that I'm offering now that's paying the bills, and also what does it mean, what future offerings might I want to develop now for my success in the next few years. And the BCG Matrix defines these in 4 steps I'd like to talk about now. The 4 elements of the Boston Consulting Matrix are question marks, stars, cash cows, and poor dogs. Question marks for trainers are those ideas you've had recently in the past for new ideas, new innovative content in a format, for example, that nobody else is offering, that sets you out from the market. A question mark is still at the idea stage. However, you think, if I roll it out, if I develop it, if I market it, this will make me stand out from the rest and can bring me higher margins. Stars are those training products and services that you have that you've taken from the question mark stage and you've turned into something different, unique, special, or where you at least have competition that is limited in your market. These are the ones that make you stand out from the rest. But the benefit, of course, is that you'll get more business this way if you market it properly, and the margins you can require and request from your customers will be higher. Sooner or later, your stars, in many cases, will become your cash cows. This happens when, for example, others jump on your bandwagon and start offering the same topics you're offering or using the same format you're offering and so on. People do it as well, or the demand from your customer target group decreases. This means that for a while at least, your cash cows are the standard services and training you're well known for, that you don't need to market too much. They pay the bills, they put food in your fridge and so on. Poor dogs. Be careful with these. As a trainer, there are only so many seminar days you can deliver in 1 year. Poor dogs are those training courses that you offer, those seminars that many moons ago used to be your stars, and they had better margins, they were great fun to deliver, they gave you a certain amount of renown, and then they became your cash cow, where you're able to live from for a while quite nicely. Then demand decreased even more and you had even more competition, and this is where you reach poor dog stage, where the demand for what you're offering is much lower. Your customer can buy that type of content just about anywhere. In many cases, you've done it so often you could do it in your sleep, you don't really enjoy it, and for all that the margins are not very high. If it isn't worth it, often it takes the courage to say, no, I'm not doing that, it's a poor dog. I'm going to instead reinvest my time in my marketing, in developing and marketing my question marks and my stars, because they bring me forward in future. Too much focus on poor dogs means you end up in the low margin, low end of the market, treading water for a very long time. As a trainer, the foundation for your marketing strategy is your pipeline, which you are constantly filling and refilling. On the one hand, you have your prospects. You aim to attract people who need to be made aware that you are out there, that you are credible and good at what you do, who haven't yet expressed an interest in buying the training services you're offering. It also means establishing your network of contacts, be it face-to-face networking or social media and so on, to keep yourself on people's radar so they can recommend or pass on your name. Leads are those possible customers who've already expressed an indication of possible interest in what you do. And referrals are those active recommendations your existing happy customers pass on to others. Let's take a look at referrals. Referrals are fantastic. You have a customer who likes what you do, who passes your name on to somebody they know in a different corporation, for example, and pretty soon you have a new customer. That's great. My issue with referrals is an assumption or a belief many trainers have that's the only way you can get new business. A marketing pipeline means it doesn't have to be like that. It means you can constantly be thinking, well, what can I do to increase my visibility and my credibility to make people know I'm out there, to attract prospects who might want to find out more? What can I do to establish my network of contacts, so if somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody needs what I do, my name might get passed on? Or how can I actively pursue leads where someone says, well, I'm not going to refer you, but I think this person might want what you do. Here you go, good luck with that. And the marketing pipeline is a constant process. You might, for example, attract a prospect. You may be fortunate enough to be able to put forward a proposal that may lead to a pitch, that might lead to a sale. If it leads to a sale, that's great. Once you've delivered your first training, ideally it'll lead to your repeat business. Certainly that client will then go back into the pipeline. If it doesn't lead to a sale on that particular occasion, be it from a contact or from a lead or whoever, it doesn't matter. It goes back into your pipeline so you can stick with it. The idea being that second or third time lucky is also a helpful way forward. It's quite possible that somebody who didn't want what you wanted on that particular day because it didn't suit them is still willing to refer you to others. So as you can see from this pipeline model we have, with active effort of those different types of possible ways forward, keep your pipeline flowing, moving all the time. Be thinking, how can I increase awareness of who I am, what I do, what makes me special, and what can you do to stay in people's minds all the time. In overview, here are the 7 steps of our sales process. Step 1, establish a personal connection and emotional level wavelength to the person you're talking to. Establish trust. In step 2, a short statement, an opener to create curiosity, to make the person want to hear a bit more. Step 3, gain agreement to talk to you. Before you continue, clarify whether it's appropriate or is a good time for that person to talk to you on the issue. And if not, when might that person have time? Step 4, spend some time digging, asking questions, understanding, reflecting, summarize, to try and work out what the needs your client or possible client is facing, so that you can think what you have to offer to create the right proposal. Step 5, clarify very carefully with the client, does he have the money, the budget for this? The irony is, many clients who are very keen to buy what we have to offer as trainers don't always have the resources to do so. It's worth finding out before you invest all that time in writing your proposal. Step 6, handling the objections, the concerns, the mismatches between what you think the client might need and what the client sees as their perceived or implicit or explicit need. And step 7, winding it down, bringing it together, helping the client to reach a decision to buy your training, product or service off you. Thank you for watching this Educast. I hope you've enjoyed it. To find out more about what we do on this topic or any other, please take a look at our website or drop us a line. Thank you.